And also, I was surprised the Seahawks didn't take Crabtree. And going along with that,
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that.
I'm a Niners
Michael
fan.
Crabtree falls all the way to 10th to your Niners. What do you think? I mean, you gotta love that acquisition there.
As some of you know, I am a Niners fan. I have my best picks by round. That's the best pick in NFL draft history. I don't care.
The steal of the draft.
I don't care what happens to him in his career, even if he's awful. It's the single best pick in NFL history.
How can you call it a great pick if he plays bad?
Because how could you
mean going into the
Because this
pick.
is
Going
the
into the
guy.
pick,
This is
okay.
the guy who's supposed to be. Some people had him as the best player in the draft, saying he's going to be the best NFL player. Not even just receivers, everything. He's going to be the best player.
Yeah.
He falls to 10. The Raiders give him a gift. Not even drafting Jeremy Maclin, drafting Darius Hayward-Bay.
Darius Hayward. Who?
Exactly. Yeah, a guy from Maryland who got about 650 yards and 3 touchdowns last year, but ran a really fast 40. So let's pick him.
Yeah,
Another
they're just
undersized
getting
receiver.
Senile by the second.
When
More and more
they
senile.
already have Johnny Lee Higgins to
Yeah.
kick return. So I don't understand why they'd want a bunch of tiny undersized receivers and Zach Miller.
I think they're just trying to make Jamarcus Russell fail.
Yeah,
for
it's
whatever
kind of to
reason.
the point where you can't blame Jamarcus
Yeah.
Russell.
He has, in the words of Dusty Baker, he needs horses. Okay.
Yeah, he needs horses. I want another Dusty quote there, but I just got nothing.
I got nothing.
I can think of some Lou quotes.
Go for it.
No, I'm just thinking of how he reviews the game. Well, Terrio there got a single in the first.
He just summarizes the game.
Harden
if you
got
didn't
some.
hear it.
Harden got some strikeouts, 5, and Fukudome. That was a
And
really
that guy,
big hit.
That guy, Mark Fontenot, Marky, he came through with us in the 8th inning there with a single, and we had Kevin Gregg to finish it
It's
off.
kind of like how
and
Vinny
we
Del
won.
Negro still doesn't know Kirk Heinrich's name. Kurt had a big game for us. Oh, Kurt had a huge game. I don't understand how in the fourth quarter Kurt had a good game for us. Let's go to our picks. Back to best picks by round. The best is Michael Crabtree, the first round. That's why. And now you're looking at the Niners, who were an 8-8 team last year. Playoffs.
11-5 is definitely attainable now.
No.
Sean Hill's a good quarterback.
That's a little much. I think they'll be 9-7.
Okay, you
but
think so?
that wins that division because the Cardinals are going to be way, way down. Watch Larry Fitzgerald play without Anquan Bolden with him. I mean, he's a great receiver.
Not only that, Madden cover now. We'll see what happens
Yeah,
to him.
we shouldn't buy into that. Even though when we were going over those Madden guys, every one of those guys was a curse.
Ray Lewis was actually all right. He did fine.
No, the murder thing.
Oh,
Oh,
that
that
was
was
before.
after. You're right. Yeah.
No,
Ray
he-
Lewis was the only one. Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
only one who was okay. But the Niners, looking at him, that's a team that Sean Hill's a serviceable quarterback. He had a
We love
better
that word,
quarterback
serviceable.
rating than Jay Cutler. So, I mean, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's in an offense where that's all he has to do.
Right.
Mike Singletary, it's a run-heavy offense, which some people would say, well, they should have picked Brian Arakpo. It doesn't make
Right.
much sense.
But what
Why?
this does now, this gives them a great chance to utilize play action pass a lot of times during game with that run offense, and then they have Crabtree
Yeah,
downfield.
and they
now.
have a decent offensive line already, and they have a good defense. It's not a great defense
Exactly.
because it's a terrible pass defense.
Yeah.
Their run was top 5 in the league last year. Their rush defense. They only allowed 2 100-yard rushers all season, which is pretty amazing.
It is.
So they got
That's like you're playing like on rookie level on Madden.
It is, yeah. They're starting to look like a pretty good team now. The receiving core is the youngest in football aside from Isaac Bruce. Jason Hill is the second receiver. Well, Bruce is. I think they're going to go with Bruce number 1.
Okay.
Josh Morgan will be 2. Crabtree will be slot, and it'll be Jason Hill and Dominique Ziegler will be 4 and 5. That's a good receiving core.
It is.
I like that. I'm a big fan of that. Josh Morgan showed flashes of brilliance when he played last
Yeah,
year. He
I think-
looked great. They still have Frank Gore. Deshaun Foster's a good backup.
Sean's foster child.
I don't like that nickname one bit.
That was my fantasy nickname when I had him on my team.
Okay, that's a good name. That's
Yeah.
as good as First and Ted. First and Ted's my favorite. Of all those, I think I want to name my team First and Ted next year.
That's not original.
No, it's not original.
Anyways,
You're right.
like we said, a lot of people expected Arakpo to go to the Niners. He actually fell all the way to 13th to Washington. Can't really fault them for that pick. Arakpo's a good player. Defensive out of Texas. Good pass rusher. But I give the Niners an A+ for this draft. I don't know how Crabtree fell to them, but they got him, and they are going to be a pretty dangerous team this year. If they're not winning a lot, if they don't win that many games, they will be competitive in nearly every game, and they will make other teams sweat.